Bruce Lee was a martial arts legend, a cultural icon, and a philosopher. He is widely regarded as one of the most influential and charismatic figures of the 20th century. His life and work embody the principles of Kaizen, a Japanese philosophy of continuous improvement emphasizing small, incremental changes for long-term progress. Kaizen is derived from two Japanese words, kai, meaning change, and zen, meaning good. It is a mindset that seeks to improve every aspect of one's life, from personal habits to professional skills, from health to happiness. Kaizen is not about perfection, but about learning, growing, and adapting to changing circumstances. In this essay, I will explore how Bruce Lee and Kaizen are related, and how we can apply their lessons to our own lives. I will explain both concepts in detail, along with their origins, and connect Bruce Lee's stories, traits, quotes, and actions with the principles and practices of Kaizen. I will also provide some practical tips on how to implement each trait or lesson into our daily routines. My goal is to inspire you to embrace Kaizen as a way of life and to follow Bruce Lee's example of self-expression, self-discipline, and self-mastery. What is Kaizen? Kaizen is a philosophy and a practice that originated in Japan after World War II as a way to rebuild the country's economy and society. It was influenced by the ideas of American management experts such as W. Edwards Deming and Joseph Juran, who introduced the concepts of quality control, statistical analysis, and customer satisfaction to Japanese Industries 1. Kaizen is based on the idea that small, continuous improvements can lead to big, lasting results. It is a process of constant experimentation, feedback, and learning. It involves setting clear goals, identifying problems, finding solutions, implementing changes, measuring results, and making adjustments. It also requires teamwork, collaboration, and communication among all levels of an organization. Kaizen can be applied to any area of life, from personal development to business performance, from education to healthcare, from sports to arts. It is a way of thinking and acting that fosters creativity, innovation, and excellence. It is a culture of change and growth. Who is Bruce Lee? Bruce Lee was a martial artist, an actor, a filmmaker, a teacher, and a philosopher. He was born in San Francisco, California in 1940 and grew up in Hong Kong, where he began his training in Wing Chun, a style of Kung Fu, at the age of 13. He moved to the United States in 1959, where he continued his martial arts studies and also studied philosophy, psychology, and drama at the University of Washington, too. Bruce Lee is best known for his movies, such as The Big Boss, Fist of Fury, Way of the Dragon, Enter the Dragon, and Game of Death, which popularized martial arts in the West and around the world. He is also the founder of Jeet Kune Do, a hybrid martial art that combines elements from various styles, such as Wing Chun, boxing, fencing, judo, and taekwondo. He called it the Art of Expressing the Human Body 3. Bruce Lee was more than a martial artist and an entertainer. He was a visionary and a pioneer. He challenged the stereotypes and prejudices that faced Asian Americans in Hollywood and society. He transcended the boundaries of race, culture, and nationality. He inspired millions of people to pursue their dreams and passions. He was a seeker and a teacher of truth and wisdom. He was a human being who dedicated his life to self-improvement and self-actualization. How are Bruce Lee and Kaizen related? Bruce Lee and Kaizen share many similarities and connections. They are both based on the principles of adaptation, experimentation, and optimization. They both aim to achieve excellence and mastery through continuous learning and practice. They both value simplicity, efficiency, and effectiveness. They both embrace change and challenge as opportunities for growth and innovation. They both seek to express the full potential of the human spirit. Here are some examples of how Bruce Lee's stories, traits, quotes, and actions illustrate the concepts and practices of Kaizen. Adaptation. Bruce Lee was a master of adaptation. He was able to adjust to different situations, environments, and opponents with ease and flexibility. He was not bound by any fixed or rigid system or style. He was open to new ideas and influences. He was always looking for ways to improve his skills and knowledge. One of the most famous examples of his adaptation is his creation of Jeet Kune Do, which literally means the way of the intercepting fist. He developed this martial art after realizing that the traditional styles he learned were too limiting and impractical for real combat. He decided to create his own style that would suit his own needs and preferences. He incorporated techniques and principles from various martial arts as well as from other disciplines such as fencing, boxing, and dancing. He also added his own innovations and insights. He made Jeet Kune Do a flexible and dynamic system that could adapt to any situation or opponent. 3. Kaizen is also about adaptation. It is about finding the best way to do things, not the way things have always been done. It is about being responsive and proactive to the changing needs and expectations of customers, markets, and society. It is about being willing and able to change and evolve with the times. One of the most famous examples of Kaizen adaptation is the Toyota production system, which is widely regarded as one of the most efficient and effective manufacturing systems in the world. It is based on the concepts of just-in-time production, which means producing only what is needed when it is needed and in the amount needed, and Jidoka, which means stopping the production line whenever a defect or problem is detected and fixing it immediately. These concepts enable Toyota to reduce waste, increase quality, and respond quickly to customer demand. Experimentation. Bruce Lee was a master of experimentation. He was not afraid to try new things, to test new methods, to explore new possibilities. He was not satisfied with the status quo or with following the rules or traditions. He was curious and adventurous. He was always looking for better ways to do things, to learn things, to express things. One of the most famous examples of his experimentation is his use of the one-inch punch, a technique that allows him to deliver a powerful punch from a very short distance. He learned this technique from his Wing Chun teacher, I.P. Man, but he modified it and improved it with his own research and practice. He used scientific methods, such as measuring the force and speed of his punch and using a punching bag filled with lead pellets to increase resistance. He also used his own body as a laboratory, experimenting with different angles, positions, and movements. He made the one-inch punch his own signature move and demonstrated it in many occasions, such as the 1964 Long Beach International Karate Championships, where he amazed the audience with his skill and power. Kaizen is also about experimentation. It is about trying new things, testing new solutions, exploring new opportunities. It is about being creative and innovative. It is about using data and evidence to support decision-making and problem-solving. It is about learning from mistakes and failures and using them as feedback and improvement. One of the most famous examples of Kaizen experimentation is the Plan, Do, Check, Act (PDCA) cycle, which is a 4-step method for implementing and managing change. It involves planning a change, doing the change, checking the results, and acting on the feedback. The cycle is repeated until the desired outcome is achieved. The PDCA cycle is a simple and effective tool for continuous improvement and learning. Optimization. Bruce Lee was a master of optimization. He was always striving to achieve the highest level of performance and quality in everything he did. He was not interested in quantity, but in quality. He was not concerned with appearance, but with essence. He was not obsessed with perfection, but with excellence. He was always seeking to optimize his body, his mind, and his spirit. One of the most famous examples of his optimization is his physical fitness and conditioning. He was very meticulous and disciplined in his training and diet. He followed a rigorous and comprehensive routine that included cardio, strength, flexibility, speed, agility, coordination, and endurance exercises. He also practiced meditation, breathing, and relaxation techniques. He ate a balanced and nutritious diet, avoiding processed foods, alcohol, and drugs. He maintained a lean and muscular physique with a body fat percentage of less than 5%. He was in peak physical condition and could perform feats of strength and stamina that amazed his peers and fans. Kaizen is also about optimization. It is about achieving the best possible results with the least possible resources. It is about eliminating waste, reducing costs, and increasing value. It is about simplifying processes, streamlining operations, and standardizing procedures. It is about enhancing efficiency, effectiveness, and customer satisfaction. One of the most famous examples of Kaizen optimization is the 5S method, which is a 5-step process for organizing and maintaining a workplace. The steps are Seiri, sort, which means removing unnecessary items and clutter. Siton, set in order, which means arranging and labeling items for easy access and identification. Seiso, shine, which means cleaning and inspecting the workplace regularly. Seiketsu, standardize, which means establishing rules and guidelines for maintaining order and cleanliness. And Shitsuke, sustain, which means training and motivating simplicity. One of the themes that Bruce Lee and Kaizen share is the importance of simplicity. Bruce Lee said, "Simplicity is the key to brilliance." 1. He believed that the essence of martial arts and life is to eliminate the unnecessary and focus on the essential. He practiced minimalism in his training, his fighting, and his living. He avoided flashy or fancy moves and instead relied on direct and efficient techniques. He also avoided materialism or attachment and instead valued freedom and expression. Kaizen also emphasizes simplicity as a way to optimize performance and quality. Kaizen practitioners seek to simplify processes, streamline operations, and standardize procedures. They eliminate waste, reduce costs, and increase value. They enhance efficiency, effectiveness, and customer satisfaction. They follow the principle of less is more. A famous Eastern philosophy story that illustrates the power of simplicity is the story of the 3 stonecutters. A traveler came across 3 stonecutters working on a huge block of stone. He asked the first one, "What are you doing?" The first one replied, "I am cutting a stone." He asked the second one, "What are you doing?" The second one replied, "I am making a wall." He asked the third one, "What are you doing?" The third one replied, "I am building a cathedral." The traveler was impressed by the third one's vision and ambition, but he realized that the first one had the most wisdom and skill. The first one knew that the quality of his work depended on the quality of his tool, and he focused on sharpening his chisel. He did not care about the wall or the cathedral, but only about the stone. He was the master of his craft, and he achieved excellence through simplicity. You too must embody this mindset. You have honored us with your presence in our collective journey to master ourselves. Show this to your friends and subscribe to achieve greatness.